Alright, I believe we're live. I'm just going to double check. It, uh, it, Come on, are we live yet? There we go. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. They're just kind of having a mind on their own. Just whipping around it. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar.
And the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the underbar, the description, whatever it is called. I am, of course, Xander, and I am once again joined by
Senor Lunk.
the Santa Cruz. Anyway, on with the show. Today is Tuesday, aka Tears Day, also known as Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. In the year 421, oh man, 1 year too much, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, Constantius III became co-emperor of the Western Roman Empire.
Damn. And in 1238, the Mongols burned the Russian city of Vladimir. Ooh, you dang Mongolians!
Oh, goddamn Mongolians, always destroying my city wall. Moving on up to 1250, during the Seventh Crusade, Crusaders engaged Ayyubid forces in the Battle of Al-Mansura. Nice laptop.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn it, there we go again. First it was the foot stream, and now it's a fucking keyboard stream.
Are you trying to turn us into an OnlyFans account or something?
Yeah, watch me cry for a fucking hour.
Oh
For
my god.
$9.99.
That sounds like a horrible sight.
Yeah. Also in 1347, the Byzantine Civil War, having started in 1341, ended with when a power sharing agreement between the John VI Canton Orson and John V Papalogos was met. Papalogos.
Papalogos.
I like that.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1575, Leiden University was founded with the motto Praesidium Libertatis, which what the hell does that even mean? Something about liberty, I assume.
I don't know about that, but I know about Wingardium Leviosa.
Bastion of Liberty. That's what it means. Interesting.
Okay.
Huh.
Also, in 1587, Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed on suspicion of having been involved in the Babington plot to murder her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I.
Well, here we go. Another Elizabeth just killing people left and right. Rest in peace, Betty
Yep.
White. Moving on up to 1590, just 3 years after that, Luis de Carnival y de la Cueva was tortured by the Inquisition in Mexico after having been charged with concealing the practice of Judaism in his sister and her children, or of his sister. He's not concealing Judaism within his sister. That sounds a little weird, but
It's protecting his sister from the Spanish Inquisition.
yeah. Look how that ended up for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, die defending the ones you love, you know.
Yeah.
Also, in 1601, Robert Devereux, second Earl of Essex, rebelled against Queen Elizabeth I, only for his revolt to end quickly crushed.
Man, Elizabeth is just not fucking around, is she?
Nope.
Those Elizabeths, man. Like maybe they were like the Karens of yonder year, you know. Like
Probably.
except Karens all they do is complain. This queen's killing people out here. But moving on up to 1807, after 2 days of bitter fighting, the Russians under Bennigsen and the Prussians under L'Esquartoc conceded the Battle of Eylau to Napoleon.
Damn, Napoleon, you are something.
That is
to be
one
reckoned
crazy
with.
Jacquois right there.
Yes, he is. And also in 1817, La Harris completed his crossing of the Andes with an army to join San Martin with the plans of liberating Chile from Spain. Olay.
Interesting. Jumping up about 20 years in 1837, Richard Johnson became the first vice president of the United States chosen by the U.S. Senate. That doesn't seem right, you know? Shouldn't the people have to say in that? Why are the Senate coming in there and dictating shit?
Damn. Oh, and also in 1865, Delaware refused to ratify the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Despite this, slavery was outlawed in the U.S., including Delaware, when the amendment was ratified by the requisite number of states on December 6, 1865. Delaware would eventually ratify this amendment on February 12, 1901, which was also the 97th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth.
You know, like the only thing I can say to excuse Delaware of this, which is not even an excuse, would be because it's already going to get ratified. So why bother ratifying it? But why not ratify it? You know, what's the harm in it? Like in slavery, come on, Delaware, what's your problem? Moving on up to 1879, Stanford Fleming first proposed the adoption of Universal Standard Time at a meeting of the Royal Canadian Institute. Which is, that's how we do time nowadays, time zones, all that shit.
That's how you do. That's how they do. Also, in 1879, the England cricket team led by Lord Harris. Wow, what a fucking name. He sounds like he had an ego. Was attacked in a riot during a match in Sydney.
Man,
of course.
These sports riots, man. That reminds me,
what the fuck? Yeah, they're talking about the Nika riots?
Yeah, dude. It reminded me of the Nika riots. Interesting.
Nothing's gonna top the Nika riots.
Nah. Moving on up to 1885, the first government-approved Japanese immigrants arrived in Hawaii.
Nice. Also, 2 years later, 1887, the Dawes Act authorized the President of the United States to survey Native American tribal land and divide into individual allotments. That sounds horrible.
Despicable. Absolutely appalling.
Disgusting.
I don't even want to get started on this.
I know.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1904, the Battle of Port Arthur began with a surprise torpedo attack by the Japanese at Port Arthur in China, starting the Russo-Japanese War. What's with the Japanese and torpedo attacks? Yeah,
what's up with fucking Japanese and surprise attacks?
Yeah. Bunch of sneaky sneaks, that's what they are.
Shit.
I still think that Gundam statue in Tokyo is operational. It's not a statue. They're actually
Look at me. It's gonna fucking move.
Yeah.
When it's time.
Yeah.
And if that's oh yeah. Let's not talk about all that shit with Godzilla and shit. Let's talk about something way more important. 1904, the Battle of the Battle of 1904. During the Arctic War, Dutch colonial army Marchers Regiment, led by General G.C.E. Van Dalen, launched a military campaign to capture Guan Highland, Alas Highland, and Black Highland in the Dutch East Indies, northern Sumatra region, which ended with genocide to the Irish and Otaki people. Wow.
Jeez. Genocide.
Yeah, and there's the Gael, Alas, and Baltic and Highland.
Yeah.
Damn.
In a little bit more upbeat news, 6 years later, in 1910, the Boy Scouts of America was incorporated by William D. Boyce. Now, something a lot of people don't realize, the Boy Scouts started in the UK. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 1 year later, D.W.'s controversial film, Birth of a Nation, premiered in Los Angeles.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Anything labeled controversial, I gotta
I
look.
think it's about the
I'm thinking about becoming like an actual like legitimate fact checker, not one of these lamos, you know, like
Yo, I, I, I feel like this because one of these shows we used to watch, Everybody Hates Chris. The bully gave him Birth of a Nation, which is I think was about the Klan.
oh man. You know, let me look this up. The birth of a nation. Um, the Klansman, yeah, 1915. Yeah, yeah, it is. It looks about the same thing. Moving on up to 1922, United States President Warren G. Harding introduced the first radio set in the White House. That's cool.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that. Anything, the first of anything,
yeah.
except for the first death, the first killing, the first STD. That's horrible. Well, also in 1924, in capital punishment history, the first state execution in the United States by gas chamber took place in Nevada.
Dang.
Wow.
All the way back then.
Yep.
Jumping on up to 1937, during the Spanish Civil War, Republicans established the Interprovincial Council of Santander, Palencia, and Burgos in Cantabria.
Damn.
I think that was...
That was a mouth.
yeah. Actually, let's see here. Spanish Civil War. What years were is it between 1936 through 1939? So this is like shortly after it began. Yeah, July 17th, 1936. So this is about a year, give or take, after it initially started. So they're putting down their foundations during the fighting.
Yep. Also, in 1942, during the Second World War, Japan invades Singapore.
Yeah, Japan invades a lot of things. Hey, what's up? You cannot hear anything. Why can't you hear anything?
Oh shit.
Testing. No, my audio is just fine. Let me click on the live stream here. Actually.
Oh shit.
No, it's working just fine, Arlene. I'm sorry that you can't hear it, but the audio. Hold on.
I'm sorry that's happening, Arlene. Well, while we deal with technical difficulties, on to also in World War II in 1942, the Dutch Colonial Army General Destruction Unit, AVC, the Netherlands Corps burnt Bang Vagina Machine southern Borneo to avoid capture.
Yeah,
Wow.
essentially, what the Russians did, the scorched earth. Like, it's inevitable that they're going to lose, so just burn everything, and I mean everything, so that way the enemy can't make use of anything. You know, foods, drugs, you know, buildings, structures, cover, medical supplies, everything, burn it. You know, that's what the Russians did to the Germans, and you know, so
It's like, comrade, we have cure for plague. Burn it.
yeah, let the enemy catch the plague and die from it. Hello, Schmeat. Welcome to the show. We're going to move
Yo,
on to
Schmeat.
1945. During the Second World War, the United Kingdom and Canada commenced Operation Veritable to occupy the west bank of the Rhine. Interesting. Yo, Yo, Schmeat, how you doing, man?
I'm alright.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Doing fantastic.
That's
Yo,
what's up.
Yeah.
I know you wrote this article, Xander.
I want this article.
I know
Yes, I do. This,
Yeah, you.
Okay, this next one is something straight out of Hollywood, and like, well, not literally, but this is something that sounds like straight out of Hollywood. Also, in 1945, and also during the Second World War, Mikhail Diavitev escaped with 9 other Soviet inmates from a Nazi concentration camp in Peenemünde on the island of Usedom by hijacking the camp commander's Heinkel HE-111, which is a transport aircraft. So they literally took the commander's transport plane and flew out of the island concentration camp. This is remarkable. Bless
Hey,
you. What's up?
People can do amazing things when they're under enough pressure.
Well, yeah, I believe
Yeah.
that, but like this is just something that you don't think would actually go through. Like how do you steal an airplane from a
Right.
concentration camp, dude? This is insane.
Well, it's either steal it and get away, steal it or die, or stay and die.
Yeah,
There's not really many options.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no options.
I mean, might as well go for broke, right?
Right? So, right, at least if you steal the plane, there's a 50-50 chance you might pull it off.
You either do or you don't. You know, and if you don't, it's not like you're suffering anything worse that you're already gonna go through. So might as well take the shot.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, since I took two, Mr. Sohan, why don't you take these next two here?
Yeah, man, I'll take the next two. In 1946, the fourth version of the Revised Standard Version of the Bible, the first serious challenge to the popularity of the Authorized King James Version, was published.
Cool. A little bit of competition there for the Bibble.
Yeah,
Right.
didn't really do that shit.
I
And also,
I
yeah,
I personally, it's no offense to anybody, but it's just my personal belief that 90% of the stuff in the Bible is either bullshit or they're trying to tell us aliens are there.
Well, the Bible is all about like guidelines. It's not supposed to tell you how to live your life. It's supposed to
I
give you
know.
guide, give you insight. Like, you know.
Well, what I mean is just like the life of Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but I think he was just a really, really good con man.
Maybe, who knows? You know.
Uh,
I mean,
hello?
he was a Jew. So there's that.
Yeah. Just a second.
Not saying anything.
Well, what I mean is I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that he didn't do any good. I mean, a lot of people have come together behind just one master of master bullshitters,
What if, hear me out, what if all of Christianity is just the lie of one female who couldn't keep it in her pants that just got way too out of control? Virgin birth my ass,
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
I swear, God did it.
Yeah, but anyway, let's not rag on God too much here. One of our viewers is actually a Christian, so I'd like to keep it somewhat civil.
I'm sorry, my apologies.
No, it's all right.
Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I'm so insensitive. I don't mean to be insensitive, but I'm more
stop
of a really.
apologizing, Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Stop apologizing. Anyway, let's get back on track here. What else happened in 46,
Yeah.
sir?
and also in 46, the People's Republic of Korea was dissolved by the North, establishing the Communist-controlled Provisional People's Committee of North Korea.
Yep, here we go. And North Korea actually was not, because I was going to name this show like the birth of North Korea, but North Korea was actually founded on October 3rd in 1945 before this. So they had already existed, unfortunately.
This is the start of that horrible regime,
Yeah.
slowly
Yeah.
kicking in.
Moving on up to 1950, the Stasi, the secret police of East Germany, was established. Man, those people in East Germany, like they got rid of the Gestapo and then they got the Stasi. Great.
Yeah, just a change the names.
Yeah.
Yo, see. In 1955, the government of Sindhu, Pakistan abolished the jargondary system in the province, redistributing 1 million acres or 4,000 square kilometers of land amongst landless peasants. Oh, I was about to say peasants.
Pheasants.
What the f*** gonna give the birds?
We're giving the land to the birds. Well, see, it's reparations for all the stuff that Captain Jack Sparrow was doing. He sees a pheasant, he shoots it. We gotta give them back their things.
Because everything, because according to everybody else, Disney is the only continuity.
infuriates me. Moving on up to 1960, Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom issued an order in council stating that she and her family would be known as the House of Windsor and that her descendants will take the name Mountbatten Windsor. All right, good show on you, Queen. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nah, I would not be called Mountbatten Windsor. She would have to shoot me.
Well.
Hey, Smith, you want to do one?
What am I looking at?
We're on 1962. If you want to read an article, it's in the TDH show channel.
I'm looking. I'm looking at October 3rd, 1945.
We're not in October. Where are you getting on October 3rd? You're watching my stream. No, that's not where the script is. The script is in the Discord server, in the channel, TDH script. I'll ping you in it 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second here. TDH script, where is it here? Here we go. Here.
I'm there.
Okay.
Found it.
Yep. We are in 1962.
19 what?
62.
You find it.
Bear with us, people watching the show.
I don't see a 1962.
Should be there. Like, scroll up. Yeah, there it is. And what would become known as the Sharon Massacre?
Okay. 1962, and what would become known as the Sharoney Massacre. 9 trade unionists were murdered by French police at the instigation of Nazi collaborator Murik Papon. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that. Maurice.
That's right.
Something. Maurice.
Maurice Papon.
Who was at the time the chief of Paris prefecture of police.
Yeah, that's right. The chief of the police, in Paris, was a Nazi. And
he was a collaborator.
And he ordered the execution of 9 innocent people just because he could. Like, what a scumbag.
Yep, fucking scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Also in 1963, the regime of Brigadier General Abi al-Qasem, the Prime Minister of Iraq, was ended by the Ba'ath Party.
Yeah, the Ba'ath Party, or
General Abd al-Karim Qasim.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on up to 1965.
Abd al-Karim Qasim.
Yep, Abd al-Karim Qasim. Moving on to 1965, Eastern Airlines Flight 663 crashed in the Atlantic Ocean and exploded, causing the deaths of all aboard.
I'm gonna have to back out and come back in. I'm breaking up.
All right.
I think I got too much shit going.
All right.
I think I got too much shit going down.
Your turn, sir. Lunk.
Yeah. Also in 1968, an attack on black soldiers from South Carolina State an attack on black students from South Carolina State University who were protesting racial segregation at the town-only bowling alley led to the murder of up to 4 of them. Orangeburg, South Carolina.
That ain't nice.
Fucking people in history.
Yeah, by the way, you should probably not chew on your wire. So, moving on up to 1971, the NASDAQ stock market index opened for the first time.
Wow, fuck the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Also, in 1971, South Vietnamese ground troops launched an incursion into Laos in an attempt to cut off the Ho Chi Minh Trail and stop Communist infiltration.
Yeah, this is what made the Vietnam conflict or the Vietnam War. Like I call it the conflict because we never officially declared war to it. That's what I've been led to believe. I haven't, honestly looked into it myself, but I don't believe we actually did declare war on them. But what made that such a political thing is that like the communists, like the NVA and especially the Viet Cong, they didn't give a fuck about borders. They don't care about nation lines and everything. They went into Cambodia, they went into Laos, they went into all those things, and the U.S. and our allies couldn't get in there because those nations had nothing to do with that conflict. And the instant we would have set foot into those countries, it would have been considered technically an invasion on our behalf. Us invading them. So we couldn't do it, but the South Vietnamese didn't give a shit because they're gonna die. So they're at least trying to do that. And it got what a mismatched cluster screw of of a situation that war was, which actually, like, if you think about it, that all happened because of what Germany did to France. Vietnam was a French a colony, and so after France got their land back after the Second World War, Vietnam's like, hey, our owners, they didn't even have a country. Why are they still our owners? And then so it went off from there. But anyway, moving on up to 1974, after 84 days in space, the crew of Skylab 4, the last crew to visit that U.S. space station, returned to Earth. Nice.
That is nice. Also, 4 years later, 1978, proceedings of the United States Senate were broadcast on radio for the first time.
Yeah. Speaking of radio, I loved it that you knew that I was going on a rant, so you knew you had enough time to take off your headphones and everything. I was watching you the whole time. I loved it. I can go off on rants. Moving on up to 1981, 21 association football spectators were trampled to death at Karaisakiak Stadium in Neofalero, Greece, after a football match between Olympiakos FC and AEK Athens FC. So, football clubs.
Damn, man. Also, in 2 years later, in 1983, the Melbourne dust storm hit the second largest city in Australia, being the product of a worst drought on record and a day of severe weather conditions. A dust cloud of 320 meters or 1,550 feet deep enveloped the city during day into night.
Yeah, enveloped. Like it went in all the city. It just. Have you seen videos of dust storms? They're scary, dude. Dust storms are no joke. Jumping up about 3 years, in 1986, 23 people perished when a VIA rail passenger train collided with a 118-car Canadian National Freight train near the town of Hinton, Alberta, west of Edmonton. This would be the worst rail accident in Canada's history until the 2013 Lac-Mégantic, Quebec derailment, which caused the deaths of 43 people. Jeez.
That is horrible. And also in 1989, the independent air flight 1861 struck Pico Alto Mountain while on approach to Santa Maria Airport in Azores, causing the deaths of all 144 passengers on board.
Ay, ay, ay. Santa Maria! Yep. Sorry, I had to do that, but yeah, no, that's tragic. Jumping on up to 1993, Government Motors sued NBC after Dateline NBC was accused of rigging two crashes intended to demonstrate that some GM pickups can easily catch fire if hit in certain places. NBC settled the lawsuit the next day. I remember hearing about that. Or actually, not that specific incident, but like shenanigans like this have been done, quite some time over the past.
They're trying to cause incident to make news.
Yeah. which is just appalling. You report on the news, guys. You're reporters. Don't make up shit. Just say the facts. We don't want your opinion. We want
Yeah.
facts. So.
Also, in the 1993, an Iran air towards Tripoli, Tu-154 and an Iranian forces killed SU collided in midair near Quds, Iran, causing the deaths of all 133 people. Well, causing this for all 133 combined people from both aircrafts.
Yeah. No survivors.
Yeah. No.
Man, there's a lot of air disasters, but flying is still the safe way to travel. If you want to zoom around thousands of feet in the air in a tin can, up to you. Moving on up to
if you want to zoom around in 35,000 feet in the air in a pressurized can.
Yeah, if I'm going to be in a tin can, I'd rather be in a destroyer. At least those tin cans, they're already on ground level, more or less. So you have a higher chance of surviving a sinking than a plane just falling out of the air. I'll tell you that much. Moving on up to 1996, the U.S. Congress passed the Communications Decency Act, which I want to look that up. What is that? Communications Decency.
And hey, Muffin, welcome.
Welcome, Muffin. How you doing?
Doing okay. My Discord app is a little of a pain right now, so.
Schmeat was in here earlier. He was having a little bit of a problem. But anyway, the Communications Decency Act of 1996 was the United States Congress's first notable attempt to regulate pornographic material on the internet. In 1997, landmark case Reno versus ACLU, the United States Supreme Court struck the act's anti-indecency provisions. That's about porn. Too much porn on the internet, apparently. So,
it still is a problem.
But what is the internet for? It's for porn. That's the whole point. Hell, phone screens only got as big as they did after we realized what we can do with them. But, Mr. Muffin, why don't you take 2005 here?
Actually, I'm having a little problem right now, actually.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I'm trying to solve the problem.
2005, during the Sri Lankan Civil War, Sri Lankan Tamilian politicians and former MP A. Thiruvanhu died of injuries sustained from an ambush the previous day.
Dang. People out there getting killed all the time due to politics. It's just...
Politics it's a brutal thing.
Politics are the devil.
Man, look at the Asian politics.
Oh, God, don't
They
even
straight
get
up
me
fight.
started on all that. Yeah. 5 years later, in 2010, a freak storm in the Hindu Kush mountains of Afghanistan triggered a series of at least 36 avalanches, burying over 2 miles of road, killing at least 172 people, and trapping over 2,000 travelers. Wow. Staying.
Damn, man, it's bad. Also,
Hold on, before you continue, Muffin, have you fixed your Discord yet?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you take
You
this
ready?
last article here?
2013, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Wait, did you just read that one about the blizzard, right?
No, Freak Storm. That was 2010.
Okay, I was about to say. Anyways, the last one here. In 2013, 3 years later, a blizzard disrupted transportation and left hundreds of thousands of people without electricity in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada.
Yeah, pretty sure Alice remembers that.
Still like ass.
Anyway, before we get into births and deaths here, what articles grabbed you guys? I know Muffin just got here, so...
The one with Delaware, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, in my opinion.
And the segregation one.
Won't segregation come by?
Yeah. Which segregation one?
The The one where the 4 black students were killed.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, when they were rioting because of the segregation accusations. I'd have to say Mary Queen of Scots because you know, I don't know. I don't know why. I just have something on my shoulder about how like what happened to her. She was executed and everything, and all I can remember was like that commercial for the movie. You know, they were talking about like how dare you talk to your superiors, like you're like you're not my superior or something like that. Really awful between Elizabeth and Mary. What happened? So
You can see fucking my screen all clouded on the live stream.
what?
Oh, that's cool.
What?
I was just puffing my freaking vape nonstop. Oh, why? But
Anyway,
Yeah,
getting into bursts, we have in the year 120 we have Proclus, a Greek mathematician and philosopher. 822.
Muhammad.
Oh, you want to take this one?
No, you can take it. I
No,
just
no,
want to say
no.
Muhammad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Take it, it's yours.
In 882, Muhammad ibn Dihad Ibn Dihad, whatever his name is.
Now you gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. Come on.
Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing.
Come on.
Dihad al Ikashed.
Yay!
No.
Egyptian commander and politician, Abbasid governor of Egypt. Abbasid?
Yeah, Abbasid.
Abbasid,
I
whatever
believe.
the hell.
Yeah. So when do you want to canter? You want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, guys? With
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Alright,
okay.
go
I got
ahead.
this one. In 1820, we have William Teshmesh Sherman. General Sherman. This is General Sherman, U.S. Army general during the American Civil War. Sherman's march to the sea.
Yeah, his middle name is pronounced Tecumseh, by the way. William Tecumseh
Yeah, I'm
Sherman.
not gonna pronounce that.
Sherman.
Then we have 1825, Henry Walter Bates, English geographer, biologist, and explorer. Let's just hope he wasn't a master.
Yeah. Anyways,
It was
in
my-
1828, we got Jules Verne. Hope I pronounced that right. Verne, whatever. Anyways, a French author, poet, and playwright.
You've heard the name Jules Verne.
Yeah, Vern.
Yeah.
Everybody know Vern.
Yeah, like a Journey to the Center of the Earth, to the Moon and back, you know? Go ahead, Lunk.
Also, in 1903, we have Tunuk Abdul Rahman, first Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Sounds like a delicious prime minister. Ramen.
Mm.
1906, we have Chester Carlson, a U.S. physicist and lawyer, invented zerography. What is zerography? Let's see here. Zerography is a dry photocopying technique originally called electrophotography. It was renamed zeography from the Greek roots, I can't pronounce those letters, which means dry in writing, to emphasize that unlike reproduction techniques then in use such as cyanotype, the process of zeography used no liquid chemicals. Interesting.
Anyways, so I think it's my turn.
Yep.
Yes.
So, 7 years later, Betty Field is a U.S. actress.
Yep. When was she born?
1913.
Yeah, cool.
7 years
Nice.
later.
Uh-oh.
Damn. Also, in 1914, we have Bill Finger, U.S. author, screenwriter, and co-creator of Batman.
Finger.
Hey, he could be named whatever he wants. He made one of my favorite comics. He co-created one of my favorite comics.
Hell yeah, same here, brother. Batman for life. 1921, Balgram Singh Rai, a Guyanese politician who was the first Minister of Home Affairs. Interesting.
And then in 1931, 10 years later, is James Dean is a U.S. actor.
Yep.
And also, in 1941, we have Nick Nolte, U.S. actor and producer. Man, I can't believe Nick Nolte has the same birthday as James Dean.
Yeah, interesting. Just 10 years apart. Clean decade right there. 1964, we have Santosh Sivan, an Indian director, cinematographer, producer, and actor.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh, looks like yours is a little short there, Muffin.
It sure is. Kind of iconic last name, by the way. Gary Coleman. Oh wait, is that the? Oh no, it's a different person I'm thinking about. Anyways, U.S. actor in 1968.
What you talking about, Willis?
I thought he
in
was a guy.
He was.
No, a different guy.
Oh,
But I was wrong.
who do you think
and
it
in
was?
1970. Oh wait, yeah. Who was it?
Yeah, no, Gary Coleman was the child actor, this guy. From Different Strokes, right? Who you talking about, Willis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he played Arnold.
yeah, and then he was in like insurance commercials and then he died. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like...
Also, in 1972, it's the Big Show. Also known as, well, his name is Paul White, but known as the Big Show.
Yeah, Paul White. Yep, Big Show. He is a big show.
U.S. wrestler and actor.
Yep. 1974, we have Seth Green, a U.S. voice actor, voice artist, comedian, producer, writer, and director. Seth Green.
And little brother to Tom Green.
Ah,
Yep, that's his brother.
wait, really?
Yes.
Well, that explains a lot of things. I had no idea. That explains a lot of things. And, Mr. Muffin, why don't you take this last berth here?
Hold up one sec. Hey, so in 1968, I think
86.
that's 86. My bad. 1986. 12 years later, Anderson .Paak, U.S. singer, songwriter, rapper, record producer, and multi-instrumentalist. I know the damn tongue.
Enunciate.
Multi-instrumentalist. God,
Instrumentalist.
I know the word.
It's fucking Colorado again.
I know the word, but I just can't spit the damn thing out.
Your tongue's retarded.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Sohan, why don't you start us off with the test here?
Yes. In 538, we have Severus of Antioch. Patriarch of Antioch.
In 1250, we have William II, Longspee, English martyr.
Longspee.
Longspee.
So in 1537, we got Saint Girolamo or Lamo, Emiliani,
Yeah.
Girolamo.
humanitarian.
Yeah. An Italian
Humanitarian.
humanitarian. 1587, Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed. We spoke about her earlier.
Yeah. Also, in 1623, we have Thomas Cecil, first Earl of Exeter, English soldier and politician, Lord Lieutenant of North Hampshire, New Hampshire.
So in 1725, we got Peter the Great, Russian Emperor.
Well, he wasn't so great because he did.
Well,
Yeah.
1768, George Dance the Elder, English architect who designed St. Leonard's and St. Botolph's Aldgates, which I want to check that out. What does that look like? St. Botolph's Aldgates. Oh, here we go. Just another church, you know. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Although the inside looks pretty cool. (1907). I lost track.
In 1907, we have Hendrik Willem Bachers Roseboom. Dutch chemist and academic.
I'm trying to read this word here at the very end. So in 1932, we got Yurden Malionov.
Linoff.
Yeah. I'm not doing that too well. Anyways, Bulgarian architect who designed the VT Z Mochalisti, whatever the church name.
Shoot. Oh wow, that looks cool. Look at this.
The church, yeah.
I have it in my stream. If you join it, Muffin, I have a picture of this church. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I see it on the live stream on YouTube right now. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
a cross between a mosque and a church. I'm gonna save that. That's a cool picture. Anyway, moving on to 1960, we have Giles Gilbert Scott, an English architect and engineer, designed the red telephone box and Liverpool Cathedral. So,
I want to do the last one.
all right. What does the Liverpool Cathedral look like? Oh, it's pretty cool. That's a big building. God dang, look at that. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge. Well, that's what she said. Anyway, I believe it's your turn.
Muffin.
1971. So in 1971, we got the Cana Ala Munshi. Damn it. Indian independence movement activist, politician, and writer and educationalist.
Now, see, Muffin, I noticed that Sohan passed his turn off of you because it was a difficult name. Sohan, don't think I didn't notice that. You tricky bastard.
No,
Jesus.
no, no. I'm calling the last one. I'm calling the last one.
Okay. 1985, we have William Lyons, an English businessman who co-founded Swallow Sidecar Company.
Oh my God! Swallow sidecar.
Swallowed.
Yo, speaking of Swallow, 2007, Anna Nicole Smith. Oh my God, U.S. model.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's what they call it.
Speaking
US
of
model.
Swallow, look at what Muffin has in his mouth.
Ooh. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Damn.
speaking of that, 2007, Anna Nicole Smith, U.S. model activist. I didn't know they call that shit what she did being a model, but okay.
Let's keep in mind all these people that we just rattled off did die today, so let's give some respect. Swallow sidecar business. Anyway, that concludes the show for the day. Once again, check the honor bar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of past events daily, we're going to try to start tomorrow recording earlier. So for the next week or so, we're not really going to have a schedule, but we're going to try like really hard to move the show to an earlier time. So we don't really have a time anymore. But anyway, we have people with other things to pimp. Mr. Sohan.
Sohan TV on Twitch.
Yes, go check him out. He plays Dead by Daylight and several other games and everything, and it's pretty entertaining. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm going to hell. I'm in Sohan TV.
And Caillou Pipe Ocean. Known as the person that can't say words. Jesus,
Words.
I'm so bad.
By the way, before we officially sign off, I saw that you're saying, I'm having trouble figuring out how to pronounce the last word. The last word was church in that sentence. I'm just like, you're having trouble
second to last
pronouncing
word, I mean.
church?
Second to last word.
He's so atheist, he can't even say the word church.
Oh my God.
I mean, second to last word.
See,
It's pretty obvious.
Anyway, don't forget to look right and left at ear intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until tomorrow, you'll see us later. Toodles. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon.
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 Sandwich.